to get some weird tattoos, some off-color remarks, some very messy life trajectories. The reward, though, is you get a party that doesn't give America the ick. As Emma Vigeland puts it, quote, "Censorious hall monitor liberalism that refuses to accept growth in people unless you're a corporate centrist and all is forgiven, just ask Cuomo supporters, is far more of a threat to the Democratic Party's chances in the future than anything dug up on Graham Platner."
Well, that's 100% true, absolutely. But I feel like we've lowered the bar pretty far, you know what I mean?
And it's more than the Democratic Party's chances which are at stake here. Status quo neoliberalism has failed to deliver for people, and those failures are exactly what enabled the rise of fascism. The question of whether the Democratic Party base can elevate new candidates with new profiles and, most critically, new politics is existential for the party and for the country as a whole. So Graham's tattoo also raises the question of, what do we even consider to be a scandal? They want you to believe that a bad drunken tattoo is more scandalous than bad policy backing billionaires at the expense of ordinary people, and support for genocide at the expense of our souls. We have to fight that view with everything that we have. In Maine currently, there's a choice between two leading candidates on the Democratic side. You've got the sitting governor, Janet Mills. She's the choice of Chuck Schumer and the DSCC. As governor of Maine, she has opposed a millionaire's tax. She vetoed adding higher income tax brackets.
A veteran in YouTube chat is going sicko mode on you. What did I do? What did I say? What the hell did I say?
She opposed hiking corporate taxes, but she did implement a cigarette tax, which will disproportionately hit the working class. Now, she did pick a fight against Trump, which I appreciate, but if it's not matched with a willingness to confront capital, it is not nearly enough. Mills also opposed local Israel divestment efforts in Maine. She threatened to veto statewide divestment efforts. She's been silent on the genocide and just generally toes the lockstep pro-Israel line. She also happens to be the least popular Democratic governor in the entire nation and would end her Senate term well into her 80s. Do you really believe that that is the type of candidate that Democrats should rally behind for the future of the party, let alone the country? Now, Graham supports a billionaire minimum tax.
Again, like, it is 100% true that backing Israel in any capacity is a more effective advancement of Nazi values than anything anyone has ever accused Platner of, you know? But again, the bar is very low. My concern mostly is just like his future decision making, because it seems like he's in a bit of a spiral right now. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little bit sympathetic, I guess, to the idea of, or I should say more sympathetic than most, the idea of a person chaining together a bunch of stupid decisions but still having a good perspective to offer. But one of the reasons why Zohran Mamdani has been so special is because he's a mix of good policy and incredibly good decision-making, you know? It's easy to want to tax the billionaires. It's easy to be a populist. Being a populist is not exactly difficult. It's not a high bar. But Zohran is special because he's very competent. Right now, it looks like Platner might be like shockingly incompetent. He might be in the exact opposite. Like, even if you don't speculate on his broader moral character, it just seems like he is incredibly susceptible to bad decision making, past and present. You know, I mean, if he keeps acting that way, is PV still canvassing for Platner? I'm not PV. I don't run PV. You got to ask PV. How the fuck would I know?
Supports Medicare for all, wants to surge federal government direct housing construction to deal with housing affordability, wants to end the forever wars, and especially to end the genocide and bring peace and justice to Palestinians. Now, with no public profile or political office, he has built a grassroots movement, both in Maine and around the country, of people who are inspired by his model of politics. He routinely garners hundreds of cheering supporters to his events. So, guys, is he a risk? Sure. Could more come out? Sure. But Maine Democrats have tried to beat Susan Collins with standard issue safe choices before.
Yeah, the best case scenario is that Platner surrounds himself with like competent campaign managers who direct his energy and charisma in a way that pans out well. I don't know if I trust his individual decision making, but also senators are not individual. Oh my God, she's doing the fucking lol face. She's doing the you know what I'm talking about? Like the classic lol face. That's pretty impressive. Cool. Anyway, a senator is not like an individual political entity, right? Like a senator is a person who reps a body of campaign workers and staffers and consultants and advisors. Same's the case with any politician. So,
and all of them very safely lost. There is also, I should mention, another candidate named Jordan Wood in the race who is responsible for a network of scam PACs and running exploitative fundraising tactics, who has probably done more to harass Democratic voters and scam them out of money than perhaps any other individual. He's at 1% right now, by the way. So I'm encouraged by what I've seen so far in response to Tattoo Gate. Congressman Ro Khanna, Senator Sanders, Senator Heinrich, they're all standing behind Graham. Even a sort of centrist-ish Democrat, Ruben Gallego, did not throw Graham under the bus. Here are Bernie's most recent comments. Clip is a little long, but I couldn't cut any because you guys need all of this pure quintessential Bernie.
I do have a question about your endorsement of Graham Platner.
I thought it was the American healthcare system, no?
Well, it's something he talks about a lot, right?
Okay. Well, let me just say a few words. Number one, I am impressed that the media is so concerned about the tattoo that...
Did you guys see Bernie's recent takes on immigration? Bernie's actually defending him because he's in a Nazi unity ticket with Platner.
Mr. Platner has. Meanwhile, as a result of Trump's massive cuts to Medicaid, the estimate is that if we don't change that, 15 million people are going to lose their health insurance. 50,000 people a year are going to die. Maybe equivalent to the importance of Mr. Platner's tattoo. In terms of Mr. Platner, this is a guy who served four terms as in combat. He was a Marine, 4 tours of duty, and you were asking.
Because of our past John Fetterman trauma, which I do understand. But let's be real, guys. Fetterman did have ideological red flags in the present day, not based on some old post. The biggest red flags were on Israel, of course, and also that whole trying to murder a random black guy in his neighborhood situation. Also worth remembering, though, that Fetterman has literal brain damage, which apparently made him basically a different person. So it does seem like a pretty unique situation. The other intelligent critique I've seen from lefties is just basically, listen, guys, we got to pick our battles, and the Nazi tattoo guy is just not worth it. Journalist Adam Johnson, for one, tweeted this, quote, "Do you think it's wise to piss away capital defending someone with a Nazi tattoo, someone with little pedigree on the issues that matter, and was a Blackwater merc? Does this feel like a good use of our time and energy?" To that, I would respond, yes, this is the absolute best use of our time and energy. It is an essential use of our time and energy, and I will die on this hill. And to be honest, the shit posting, but mostly leftist Reddit posts, actually kind of allayed my fears on the Blackwater front, and that was the most concerning aspect of Graham's lore for me personally.
I have to, maybe in a broader sense, there's like an element of this that is good, just because now that the East Wing is demolished, everyone's a Nazi, everyone in the White House is a pedophile, the bar is down there in hell. I wonder if there's some benefit to be had from the, like, what we're seeing right now feels like a massive paradigm shift of what was previously that aforementioned, like, hall monitor liberalism Democrats are so fond of. You know what I mean? Like, every preferred Democratic candidate, avowed centrist Zionist, has personally killed 87 Palestinians, in bed with every corporation there is. But if you at any point in your life have said a swear word, if you've ever said schweers, then they'll go after you for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they tut-tut. They gatekeep. They will be. They'll commit unspeakable acts of evil and then go after you for, like, civility breaches. So the fact, like, what we're seeing here seems kind of be like a consequence of that. You know, you pull the rubber band until it snaps. Fuck, they've been doing it so much with Zionism, especially, where, like, for 2 years now, they've been trying to convince Americans who are fed up with it that opposing a genocide means you're anti-Semitic. And I'm sorry, like, that has been their only line. It's been their only line for years. Question after question, rebuttal after rebuttal. The only thing they have to say is that if you have any concerns whatsoever about the obvious like the just Hitlerite behavior of Israel and what they're doing over there in Gaza, then it must stem from anti-Semitism. It's the ultimate hall monitor behavior, you know? Oh, you can't oppose genocide. That's against the rules. eventually the rubber band snaps, and now it's like, no, fuck it, actually. This anti-Zionist Maine senatorial candidate had a fucking Nazi tattoo until yesterday. What do you want?